The phrase World War II has returned to the forefront of official American discourse, as expressed by Secretary of Defense Higseth and President Trump, in the context of discussing a potential confrontation with Iran. The repetition of this phrase at the highest leadership level did not come out of nowhere, but rather appeared to be a calculated message carrying within it a psychological and political threat that goes beyond the limits of traditional confrontation. In a brief statement posted Monday on his X-rated account, the U.S. Secretary of Defense wrote, "We are prepared at levels not seen since World War II." He added in the same post that the Department of Defense remains prepared at levels not seen since World War II, and the military is fully prepared. With this statement, Higseth reaffirms what President Trump previously announced regarding the continued high alert of U.S. forces and their full readiness to act at any moment, stressing that the decision to postpone the military strike against Iran did not affect military readiness in any way. President Trump revealed on Sunday intriguing details regarding his decision to call off a large-scale military strike against Iran. He explained that he received direct requests from Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Qatar, as well as messages from the Iranian side, urging him to allow diplomacy and negotiations a chance. However, Trump did not miss the opportunity to highlight the scale of the operation that was being prepared, saying that the attack would have been the largest since World War II, stressing that U.S. forces were ready to carry it out, and that the strikes would have continued successively had the final decision to act been made. Read more. Behind the scenes of the suspension of U.S. strikes, did Trump succumb to bin Salman's pressure regarding Iran's targets? Behind the scenes of the suspension of U.S. strikes, did Trump succumb to bin Salman's pressure regarding Iran's targets? Invoking the era of World War II in the context of the confrontation with Iran raises fundamental questions about the message Washington is trying to convey. Threatening the capabilities of the U.S. military as it was during that period does not necessarily indicate an intention to use weapons of mass destruction or to reach the extreme levels of violence witnessed in that war, but it carries multiple implications. First, it's a message of psychological and political deterrence. This rhetoric aims to demonstrate the absolute military superiority of the United States and a firepower that far exceeds the limited strikes Iran has previously experienced from the U.S. military. Second, the threat of swift and devastating strikes. These global threats may clearly indicate that Washington is not seeking a protracted war of attrition, but rather intends to launch swift and crushing attacks that will bring the confrontation to an immediate end. This logic evokes the scenario